Hello, welcome back to Conquest of Elysium. Our druids are continuing on, grabbing up all the forests of the continent and freeing them from the dwarven influence, the human influence. We've got a bunch of gods, we've got a bunch of beholders now, and we are pressuring out to try and start finding sort of the other factions on the map and where they exist. We've almost gotten the dwarves kicked out. There's a couple of other sort of dead groups, but we ended on an intern, such is the rule. Let's begin on an intern with a big fight. I feel like I have to turn that down. This is our new beholder army. One of these guys just got like massive upgrades. They should have a bajillion different spells. Trample, trample, trample. This is Fiok the White Wizard. I mean, it's a pretty big army, but we're still doing okay here. This is the guy I'm most concerned about living. Lost an Eye, Blind, Battle Fright. He's got all these spells on him. Wind Guide. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of javelins here, but... these guys are just summoning a bunch of cloud elementals, fire elementals. The back line is chunky. A gem of flying. Ooh, on one of our beholders. We have a little deer fight going on, a little moose fight going on. And summer is here. I think I'm going to turn... I don't know why we didn't do this the other day, but I feel like those sound effects have got to go down a little bit. We are listening to the Outward soundtrack this morning as well, as we have been the last couple of days, because it's just such a jam. What happened here? You got a Bloodstone Ring, Ring of Shadows. This is the new guy. He picked up a Gem of Flying. Something tells me you are floating normally anyway, but now you're also flying. Does that matter? Flying units can enter normal terrain at any cost. Cloud, forest, some rare magic terrain cost 2 action points. Flying units get fatigued if they can't land. I mean, can you always land if you're floating? Kind of interesting that they float, but they don't fly. You've got soul contracts, gloves, trader's medallions, a debilitating wound. Ooh. I don't know how you managed to pick that up. I am also realizing these beholders don't have stealth. So while everything else in this entire army is invisible, thanks to this guy's Animal Forest stealth, the beholders actually can be spotted anywhere. For good or bad. So one of the things we were talking about doing was unlocking, this is what we said we wanted to do today, was unlock a bunch of Grand Mastery rituals. And I think that's what we're going to do. Isis is going around picking up a couple of villages and trying to kind of replenish his army, because it's not doing super hot right now. And then I believe, I don't know what you're doing. I think just exploring with him. We recently picked up this ancient forest. Ooh, a rainbow with a portal? Oh, that's kind of interesting. You've got an okay army, but it's nothing too crazy right now either, so I got to be a little bit careful with you. Oh, man. Holders of bees are not animals. They are now slightly insulted. They know what's going on. They know what's up. We are selling off iron. We have a trade of 4. 1 from High Magic, 1 from the Market Village, and then that guy's got the Trader's Medallion, which is giving us another 4. So I guess we're selling 48 iron per year for a profit of 48 gold. And this is per month? Well, I guess we're still making positive trade. Which is good. My poor mooses. Ooh. Here's a big Bakemono army with a bunch of Kappas. very experienced Kappas, actually. And very experienced Tengu weapon masters. With malicious old way. This army has been around a long time for the Bakemono. Man, you're not seriously going to try to take that again from me, are you? Do you have to? Must you? Be a lot cooler if you didn't. I guess I could just get here and defend it. Actually, I guess I could just attack them right away. I'm trying to get my hut back. And boy, what do I want to do with you? Ooh, the Falcon's Perch. 25 Bakemono here. Little Bakemono archers and an O Bakemono. You know what? I think we can take that on. I got a funny feeling we could take that on. Rainbow is a portal tile by default. Saving gold for spell. Yeah, we were saving for the academy, but I honestly, it's like if the academy keeps getting taken, I think we should just at least build up some defenses there. Storing too much iron. We don't use it as a faction. Yeah. He not BC? Not BC's yet. Moose in war is a war crime, but then again, Agent is Canadian. I feel like maybe in the past, some people have ridden Moose. You know, I don't really know if that's true, but in my mind it is for certain. Oh, I love this. All the wyverns and stuff just going over the walls here as well. Eating up all these archers while the big boar tries to beat down the gate. I do really like our little animal armies. Got like fireballs going out now too with these new caster upgrades. 282 damage from a disintegration beam. A gem of true seeing. Ooh. Interesting. Now, this is a heart of the forest, but we didn't really put anything else here. Normally, I would have taken a turn to ensure that there were some defenses. But I guess we could always just like teleport there in a heartbeat if we need to. You're going to grab that, and then you're going to take back that hut next turn, young man. You've dealt with these guys, so let's again go back into the Ancient Grove. I'm going to keep recruiting in the Academy of Higher Magic. We'll throw some slingers in here. I'm going to make up 41 gold a turn. I could basically recruit almost every turn right now. Where are these dwarves coming from? I am starting to feel like there is a dwarf settlement right here. Because I don't know where 29 units would have come from otherwise. Falcon's Perch. I guess we'll throw some warriors up there as well. And then we'll just keep cutting our way through the forests, I suppose. You know what? I should have, instead of going in there, I should have just like summoned some birds probably. Maybe next turn. Okay, he is not happy about us taking this. How come I didn't get a gate? Does it take a few turns for that to get built? I suppose that would make sense. Autumn is here. No beholder to disintegrate the fortress, yeah. Started this was a guide you watched to learn the game? No, not at all. I watched Seth and Reggie do videos on YouTube, and they're not guys, they're just like, they showcased the game, you know, as part of their stories. Very good creators, two very good creators who I super recommend. And other than that, I don't know, we played Dominions and then we just dove into this being like, well, it's kind of the same. I tell you what, this guy is going to go messenger crows. And again. And I'm going to let them sort of scout up in this area because there's lots of paths for them to go. I might actually just sit here and summon a whole buttload more. Homie's got 102 Bakemono here. Now, how come you got a gate right away and I didn't get a gate right away? You know what? It's not really the end of the world. Theoretically, the dwarfs could be coming through this portal. I had not really considered that, but it is actually pretty possible. Special power, Ritual of Grand Mastery. Summon legendary beings. Takes control of one of the most powerful beasts that have ever roamed Elysium. Well, let's cast that next turn. That seems like a bit of a no-brainer. We have the Academy of Higher Magic. Put another set of warriors there. I guess we lost that other spot. Here's our hut back. That should be straightforward. These guys are fighting each other over what looks like another library down here. It's cool. I like how, like, you really do see the computer fighting against the other computers as well. It doesn't feel like everyone is just ganging up on me because I'm the player, which, you know, some games really do that. I'm literally just going to summon Messenger Crows 3 times here. We're so in the middle of nowhere that I'm just... The scouting is the most valuable thing to me here. And you're going to go Ritual of Grand Mastery. Shepherd of the Woods. The druid calls the shepherd of the wood that used to tend the forest in ancient times. The shepherds will grow in number over time, and they usually roam around in the vicinity of forests, eliminating any enemies they encounter. All right, well, I want to cast that. And sure, let's try summon legendary beings here. A chimera. It's not some sort of dog chimera, though. Extra large beast is the body of a head of a lion, the tail of a snake, wings of a bat, and then an extra goat head on top of that. The goat head may not look very useful, but it has good vision and is always on the lookout, afraid that something is going to eat it. As soon as something approaches, the goat will scream, the lion part will wake up and attack. Nice. So it's also a scout. Fire breath, bite, claw, gore, strong venomous bite. Damn. Cool. See him in action. We'll pick up this. We'll pick up that next. I guess I better put some people in this hut. I'm gonna throw more slingers in that higher academy. Yeah, and then we gotta get some of these villages back now. So there are a bunch of other stuff in this forest, but I kind of feel like I'm going to leave most of them because I like having some defenses. Ranged units don't open gates. I figured all those guys were warriors, so they would throw javelins. If you know dominions, it would help. I unfortunately don't. I guess I just have to keep trying to get into it. This one is, I would say, more approachable than dominions for sure. Melee units will open gates from behind. Okay. Interesting. Unrelated note, winter curling reference is going to get old at least until the end of the Olympics we've got going on. So, do your warriors throw javelins? Yes, the warriors do. The swordsmen do not. So the warriors have javelins and spears. The swordsmen just have broadswords and shields. But they both have shields. Spear is 6-1, 1-4. Yeah, okay, so the broadsword is 1-6 plus 1. And I guess a faster in knit? Who strikes first? A lower in knit. Oh, that makes sense, because the spear is longer. Yeah, I think I lost all my mines down there as well. What is that character think it's doing? Lots of independence. Still can't seem to like keep track of all of the independents. You got 63 units here, 21 units here, 19 here, and there's a big dwarf roaming around. All right, Isis, you're gonna go that way. There's somebody's got a decent army. These are all like pretty big boars, 3 black hounds. Ah, cool. So the Shepherd of the Wood, I guess I can only cast once per Ancient Forest as well. Ah, you have every spell. Summon another Chimera. I would like to recruit in the Academy of Higher Magic. Probably more slingers, honestly. And then I'll start chasing some dudes down. All right, so we got a load of messenger beers up here. And that is an ancient forest, so... we can actually take that this turn. Sarah Forest. Saran Forest. You're going after my little animal armies. How do they hold up? Not well. Definitely makes more sense to gobble up those armies as we walk around. Yeah, all right. You'll cut up on them. Every ritual does not equal every spell. I know I'm being pedantic, but it's rather distinctive. No, that's fair. The difference is kind of important, so... let's grab a Heart of the Forest. Not enough herbs. 141. Okay, use special power. Lord of the Wild. Mountain Stronghold. This is the Bakemono capital, I think. 181 Bakemono. Okay. That might be their home base. If so, great place to have this forest. You're going to prep for them. I guess we'll just move you here for right now. I still feel like I need to cast a bunch of Venus flytraps in this forest just because of how frequently it's cut up and down. If I could get another like druid apprentice to cast this kind of stuff, I definitely would. Just like some low-level guy. My tree. Ambushed by ants. Oh. He's awakening the forest. Confusion, shooting thorns, and animate tree. Honestly, I gotta say, he seems to be doing okay for a giant tree. We're not doing so good against those ghosts. But everything else is doing pretty well. There's your Heart of the Forest, buddy. I'm not sure where else I want to bring you yet. I guess let's just pick up some of them grizzly bears. Maybe you can take befriend animal and get lucky. So you gotta crush that army. I don't even have enough for plant guardians or whatever it's called. You actually can catch these guys, so let's do that. That's both of those groups done. Now we just have to deal with these dwarves that are roaming about. Can you play as kobolds? Yes, and they can summon dragons. It's like their special. Dwarves have arbalists, which are like crossbows but do more damage. Yeah. Big stacks are worse than it sounds. A single front line of armored cav or infantry is enough to murder 800 kobold. I could definitely believe that. Oh, these grizzly bears are asleep. Because it's winter time. Dude, the fire breath on the chimeras is real nice. Ooh, this might have actually been a bad fight to pick. I didn't realize how many troops they had here. It's a lot of javelins. And I don't have a ton of trample in this army. Uh-oh. I mean, I have the God of War. Oh, my moose. Thankfully, all my boars are holding the line pretty well right now. Who is this? Poison Cloud and Summon Snake. Serpent Acolyte. Alright, we do seem to be doing okay. But we also did lose a lot. So we gotta be a little bit careful there. So, Turgus, I think let's move you here. I don't know that you could take on a mountain stronghold of 191 Daibakemono, though. But you are right next to an ancient forest, so we could gear you up. Oh, cool. This is the Forest Shepherd. Forests have not always been in the places where they currently are. Sometimes they have to move because some god wants it that way. And that's when it's time for the Forest Shepherd to do their work. The Forest Shepherd makes sure that the trees move and they move in the right direction. Trees move very slowly, so keeping the trees from going astray is easy. The only difficult part is the amount of patience required for the job. Awaken trees in a range of 3. Will awaken nearby bushes and trees to fight for them. A maximum of 1 piece can be awakened per round of combat. Cool. I wish he had a bit of an army with him, but still good to have, I guess. I'm going to move you to grab that hamlet. I think I'm going to actually have Isis just scout these 4 squares here that we don't have. He can make his way to the closed keep, and then he'll build up a new army. Volcensus, I'm going to have plant a bunch of traps down here. Awaken the forests. Because I am just sick of stuff walking through here. He can also probably summon another one of those shepherds, too. Include magic and archers. It's even faster to chew through those 800 kobolds. Yeah. Bears can have a little snow nap as a treat. They deserve it. They've been doing their best, you know? So, can you... Shepherd of the Wood? Yeah, you totally can. So, I guess... Shepherd of the Wood, Lord of the Wild, Heart of the Forest. Yeah, so we can cast that on each of them. Honestly, I should probably send him over here and do a bunch more shepherds. Also, this forest is full of troops. It's gotten thick. So I could send him over to get a bunch of extra units. If and we were so inclined. Some slingers back there. We have slingers and warriors. I'm going to put some swordsmen in there. Okay, so the higher academy has like 30 units. I feel pretty good about that. Especially because they also get these electrical fences, which are nuts. We're attacking some undead in a frozen sea. The capital and all guard towers will send out troops to subjugate Elysium. I wonder what that is. Or who that is. Birds versus ghouls. I wish our birds were not so suicidally aggressive. I respect that sometimes you gotta be, but I do also wish they weren't. Alright, here's the thing. I need you to Fury Path here. And then I want you to summon a Shepherd. Oh, Shepherds are 300. I have 6, 7, 8, 9. You could do one major animal summoning. That's good. And then we better save the rest of that for next turn. So he's just going to sit there. Unfortunately, you're also just going to sit there. This Will-o'-the-Wisp. Mesmerize, Enslave, Ethereal, Battle Fist. What do we have in our army? I think we can take that out. He's existed there a pretty long time. Yeah. Been really worried about that one. Like, well, didn't really have to be. Capital is the imperial capital of some other age. Oh, okay. Oh, I guess when you're playing in like the Empire or like the Fallen Empire or something. That makes some sense. Is there a big tree here? There is. You know what? This guy should plant Forest Guardians is what he should do. And then you're going to summon a Shepherd of the Wood. There's a floating eye here. You killed it. Great. Living and learning. Blue Scout, yeah. Mirror of many colors. That looked like a cool army in the rainbow. Ghosts and spiders. Maybe that leads to like the illusion realm or something. One hornblower. I never put a hornblower here. Slingers and warriors. Slingers, warriors. I guess let's put the boar warriors back there. We're gonna slip in there. You gonna go right there. Let's see what's going on with that library. Yeah, I don't know where the dwarves are coming from. Maybe there is something up here. So we can check this library and then recoup our troops over here in Veladin. That is not worth doing as a spell. It doesn't really feel like it. You know, when I'm realizing, like, instead of taking all my movement, all action points, I guess it doesn't take a lot of... I was going to say, I could just, like, summon big pods of animals, but I guess I do need the herbs for other things right now, too, so... Yeah, now you're all messed up because I think you have a woodsman in your army. Yeah, you do. Don't want those. You got Primal Being. You're going to summon a Shepherd. then head up to that one and summon another shepherd. I basically just want this guy to set up shepherds in every spot. "24 units, including a pyromancer." I guess we'll grab that hamlet and then we'll go down. We still don't know where this portal leads either. Take a mythic being. Take a bunch of snakes. You're going to need a lot of troops for this. I know those Bakemono are not particularly good, but there's still 200 of them here. I don't know if that means this will get like reinforcements after that first group dies, but... Where are you coming from? What are you? A tiger? And a moon mage. Oh yeah, let's kill them. Let's get rid of them. Have you summoned some birds? Then honestly, I'm gonna give you another ritual. Summon legendary beings, okay. Here's the fight against the big tiger and their friends. Pretty straightforward, I guess. The portal may lead to magic. The more you wait, the more they recruit. Most certainly coming through that portal. Yeah. Silver mirror of many colors, archers and swordsmen. What are these? Mirrors are the foundation of the illusionist's power. Inside the mirror, he can trap magic and images to release upon enemy armies when the need arises. There are many different kinds of mirrors, each one suited to a special type of illusion rituals. Cool. Silver mirror of many color. 20 color spray spells are bound. Animal mirrors. Up to 2 animals appear every time the mirror activates. Soldier mirrors. Oh man, cool. That's a really neat faction. Just summoning up a bunch of fake stuff. Well, you need another turn. Why don't we summon a legendary being here? Get another one of these chimeras. Sure, it breathes fire. That feels like it'll be pretty good against those Bakemono. I need 300 points left. So 80? Only like 40 to burn. Summon some birds. Summon some more birds. Give me the scouts. All the scouts. Went on a super hell dive. Your teammate was missing some brain activity. Well, you know, they don't have to have brains to hell dive. One might argue that that is a requirement, actually. Bring him back with no reinforcements. He picks a fight with heavies when he had no heavy weapons. You know, there's all sorts of special people out there. It takes all types. Bunch of moose and deer. I don't know if I want to just like leave this group to their... I guess I'm really curious, like, will forest shepherds... These forest shepherds are hanging out together, but they're not in the forest. That's what worries me. I guess my question is, like, will the forest shepherds join these roaming bands of animals? That would be ideal. You just need to summon a lot of reinforcements. It's autumn, so this is not a great time to be doing this. Oh, okay. My Forest Shepherd decided to attack a Hydra. This is not going to go well for him. Entangle and Wooden Fist. You're poisoned. Shockingly, you don't have poison immunity. Not shockingly, you've lost that fight, though. Not really certain what he was thinking. Excuse me while I throw this naturally occurring pebble at that giant mechanoid looming. It's got some of that energy. That's for sure. You're going to this Forbidden Forest, so you need, again, 300 next turn. We got some to burn here, but not a ton. Again, I guess we could just be like picking up things like these grizzly bears. $85 units, 209. I don't know, man. Is this enough to take them out? It could be. It's a lot of grizzly bears. These are mostly spearmen. There are a lot of archers in there, which I guess is what worries me, but do all these guys have trample? Only the big pigs. I mean, the longer I wait, the more my characters become primal because of this moose. Tell you what, I think I'm going to scooch down here, grab these two hamlets, and wait for spring. Instantly died. Insanity and brain cells are fine. Yep. Said spaghetti in your future. Mmm, yum. Enjoy that. Oh, thank you, birds. You actually did what I wanted to do. So I guess I'll finish the job. Right, and I guess... it's now wintertime, so that 200 I thought I was going to get, I don't actually. Grab these, grab these. And there's some bigger squads down here, but I also like that they are protecting the old castle ruins. So I guess that was the Forest Shepherd directly from there. Shepherd of the Wood, Shepherd of the Wood. Oh. Oh my god, I did not realize that. The Shepherd of the Wood spell keeps summoning Forest Shepherds. It's the same as like how Lord of the Wilds keeps summoning animals. That is just a constant buff that gets put on this. Okay, that's extremely good then. Okay, obviously those guys die. What if to mute the mic if you were a repeat offender? There's always limits, right? How much you can put up with. Where is there a graveyard? Here? Oh, I wonder, did it summon a shepherd here from that forest and bring it across? Trying to figure out the rate at which these things summon. Yeah, look, there's a forest shepherd there. 2 forest shepherds here. So it summons them literally all over the place. This faction's really cool. Yeah, like I like how they work. Just a constant stream of animals coming in now. And now the trees themselves are starting to wake up. And what's cool is like the animals stay in the woods, but the trees poke out into nearby areas. So like they'll start conquering these things like these hamlets and farms. Yeah, this is a really cool faction. I'll let you grab some stuff just on the way up here. I think I'll let you walk. And I don't think this is going to happen anytime sooner if we don't do it ourselves. So, Turgis, you're going to go up and you're going to try to fight those Bakemono. Anyone who tanked, healed, or randoms in an MMO gets a singular experience that's dealing with stupid. Yep. Yep. Played an undead priest in WoW for a very long time. And you get some types, let me tell you. It takes all types. Lots of grizzly bears here, wolves, piggies. Yeah, see, like, I'd love the forest shepherds to catch these guys out, because if they... Imagine 2 forest shepherds here, and they awaken all the trees around them. This would be a whole different story. And it does look like we are having some shepherd fights. But unfortunately, the shepherds keep getting caught outside the forests, where they're not really able to do as much good as I would like. Them automatically bringing the forest alive is really their forte. Alright, so I hate to do this, but we're going to try it with Turgis. That might be the end of Turgis. But, you know, homie's got to try something here. You have 113 units. Why don't you take this library? Seeing as you're the one with all the beholders. Who are you? Turnus the Reveler. A berserker. $14 units, 38 units. I'll recruit some more guys in the hut. You guys need a lot more guys in that hut. The hut doesn't have walls, so... Alright, this is a big fight. See how many arrows we have to suck up in the process. I'm excited for this fire breath because I think it's going to do some real serious damage, and it looks like it will destroy this wooden gate pretty quickly as well. Of course, my flyboys are taking buckets of arrows. Oh yeah, you just need to be, yeah, you need to be casting fire breath over and over again is what you need to be doing. Them having a choke point with 1,000,000 archers behind it, and me having a bunch of giant monsters that can't get over these walls. Not an ideal combo. But here come the tramples. And then here come the grizzly bears. You can't get in there at an angle, I would have thought. Okay, we are also getting like big entangle poison clouds back here now. I need way more trample, guys. Machine gun Bakemono, man. Thankfully, they're so weak, the poison is able to just like rip them apart. Like, what do they have, like 5 HP? Yeah. That's a lot of dead people, though. You're going after a Hydra again. Which again, doesn't seem to be going so well for us, but undead players are the worst. I disagree. There was an entire other faction of the Alliance, and they were a lot worse, so. Before the random dungeon finder was added? Yes. Yeah, I mean, you really got to a point where it's like you knew who was who on your server, and you knew who you would work with and you wouldn't work with, so. 100% a high elf Alliance all the way? Oof. Yeesh. It just feels bad for you now, honestly. Pity anybody on the Alliance. Oh, we can hire Bakemono here, too. And they're pretty damn cheap, actually. Noted. I do imagine our forest is pretty much just going to take care of this place, though, so. We could probably leave. You're going to fight them. You're going to pick up some more mooses and deer. And pop into the old woods here. And I might have you do some rituals at this point. So this is the Pyromancer army, but, you know, we got 2 Chimeras, we got 2 Beholders. I wonder, can the Chimeras also become sacred? Primal, sorry. I imagine they must be able to. Yeah, I mean, their spellcaster is already getting hit here. He's got a Crystal Heart. Regeneration 10. Poison resistance 100, but a chest wound. I don't know. Nice. This guy's just enslaving crossbowmen. Dude, the Beholder is absolutely slapping. A wolf took that Crystal Heart. It's a cursed item, so I can't get rid of it. So we're just going to have a wolf with regeneration now. You're in the same? Do I have a bunch of Alliance players in my chat? I don't know how I feel about that. It's got me a little concerned. Oh, we need mythic beasts in this dude's army. So you can visit the library and learn fun spells. Bursts, magic, charm. Oh, that's a... Only affects animals, charm, magic. So you don't need command beasts if you have Lord of the Wild. You have a 3rd level charm spell. You also don't really need Briar Cage. I think I'm going to give you Poison Vine. We're going to take this village, and then I think I'm going to go through this portal. This guy's got 100 troops. If anyone can do it, it's him. I am losing these trading posts again, which is frustrating, but, you know, just kind of what the computer does. Oh, there's a battle on that portal that I did not see. Okay, is a legendary being always just a chimera? Kind of feels like maybe that's the case. Cool. You have monster snails and hydras and monster toads. If this unit is slain, it will rise as an undead being in a swamp that its own. This is, I guess, the main witch. Possibly. Ants in a graveyard. This strange portal is full of small spiders. Okay, that's not too bad. Doc, hello, welcome. Proof Alliance is better. Arthas was a good paladin until he fell in with those horde types. Off he goes. Emo kills his dad, wrecks the place. He did a pretty good job with the North. I think that was a great expansion. So, sounds like going bad was the way to go. You know, at least the Alliance did not go evil in 2 different timelines. Well, they don't have orcs, so I think we know who is actually the better faction here. Pretty obvious to me. How's this guy gonna do in so much dwarves? Dwarves are independent? Does this mean that the dwarven player is dead? He did pretty good. I don't know who they were attacking. So that God only knows. Yeah, look at this. They're going to come down. They're going to take this village and stuff now too. They might come over here and take those mines, which is really great. I definitely have to get this spell cast back here because Lords of the Forest will keep these hamlets in order as well. You could also definitely kill that frost dragon and take that keep. So I tell you what, we're going to just do a few things before we go through that portal. I need a sacred moose. Roll the dice. Don't get it. This guy needs a lot of stuff, but actually I might just teleport him back. Now, there's a lot of Bakemono here. I guess we have to see whether or not they try to come back and get this mountain fortress, which it does kind of feel like they are going to be aiming for. What are you? Lesser Demon. Cool. Contract with Belial. Lyle. Who got hit with a star. Just dropped a comet on him. Yeah, Lich King was peak WoW, right? Yep. Goldshire outside. Not in the inn. Entirely different kind of 1v1. We don't need no demon blood. We just use guns. Also horde. Uh-oh, we're losing. Give me the demon blood. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with the demon blood. Warlock. Quick path to power, you know. You know how it is. You also need a moose. I am starting to get the feeling that those mythical moose only come in the wintertime. I think that might be the case. So this homie can probably take the... I wouldn't mind just scouting the shoreline so we know what's actually up here. I just burned all my herbs. stupidly. You've got a big enough army of piggies. So we'll take on the closed keep with him. And we'll fight our first dragon. Give the Academy of Higher Magic a scout. You a hornblower. Alright. So this is versus the Ice Dragon and the Princess. You know what I'd love? If we could cast Enslave on that guy. Disintegrate, I'd also be okay with. Enchanted Sleep. You are afraid and blind and numb. You must have like, yeah, 9 magic resistance, so. You found a Poison Cloud wand on a crossbowman. That's a bit confusing, but maybe we can move that. So that's another citadel as well for us. The hut. I'm gonna give more boar warriors too. You got bare-chested warriors and slingers. I'm gonna give you more bare-chested warriors. Library levels 5. Every level of library increases the chances of being able to recruit wizards. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Though it do make a lot of sense. So you pick up the closed keep. Some warriors here. And then I think... Oops. We're gonna go check that portal out. You're gonna check this stuff out. Keep moving up that way. And you, sir, are going to cast some spells. Leogryphs, are you in snow yet? No, you're actually not. So we'll just get some boars, fill up the ranks. Not enough herb. One giant centipede, please. Eldry, Seasand, hello. Do I have a favorite animal in the game so far? Probably big pigs. Just because they have trample, and the trample is so good. I've been having a lot of luck with them. I guess moose also have trample. Both of those guys, excellent. Obviously the primal moose that, you know, converts other units to primal units. That guy is very, very excellent. It's 97 Bekamono. Boom, boom, boom. Meow, 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 meow. I didn't cast this shepherd spell. I said I was going to do that before we went through that portal. And I stand by that statement. Still not that cold here. I guess it's still autumn. I'll tell you, why don't we just move you here? Because I got a feeling I'm going to have to fight those Bakamono. You guys are going after that Hydra again. It's not going to work, but I appreciate it. You're making a good effort. The Mighty Moose. The Mighty Moose are pretty mighty. We'll attack them. You're in position. Alright, so it's basically this forest scouted. There is this weird illusionist army sneaking around up here. I'm assuming he comes through the rainbow. Let's grab a handful of troops around the place here. Okay, this is a big Bakemono fight. I don't have a lot of very good units here, but I do have a good caster. Some sort of ghost lady. Pig. Man, the Bakemono just has so many archers. It is really problematic for my front lines. Yeah, like other squads we fought actually aren't that bad, but the Bakemono's cheap archer spam is tough for us to deal with. The tramples are so mandatory. I mean, these guys like never get into close enough in time. I love how that amulet of like piercing resistance just gets passed around. Like an animal wears it until it dies and then it gives it to someone else. All right, you're gonna go back in there. You're gonna go... man, I don't know where you're going right now. I kind of think I'm just gonna take you back to that forest and teleport you to a front line somewhere. You're gonna cast a shepherd spell. You know what, man? Then I'm gonna fairy path you to here. I'm gonna shepherd this as well. Gotta wait one turn, but I'll get exactly enough for it. The shepherds at least are just gonna be useful for like taking these random hamlets that keep getting stolen. And then honestly, you're just gonna have to wait there. Yeah. Oh. Interesting. That's where the illusionist is coming from. He's flying over the ocean. Those treatment did okay, considering that they weren't in a forest. Yeah, I saw a boat up there. Spaghetti is now in your past. Do not be sad that the spaghetti is gone. Be happy that the spaghetti was there at all. I mean, I could put a Lord of the Forest down here, but it kind of feel like going here to here to here would make more sense for me right now. So let's do that. Old Castle Ruins. Unfortunately, I think I'm just going to have to pass a lot of these guys' turns. Oh, do you guys have a horn blower? It doesn't look like one. It generally says if you have the horn blower. Yeah, so I have it everywhere except for the closed keep. So we can add them in next turn. tree versus undead wins. Giant anthills spawn roaming ants unless they're owned by the player. I'd love to spawn some roaming ants. If they have a boat, they have a coastal recruitment location, possibly the only one on the map. So what you're telling me is I have to look here. Enchanted jungle. Why is this jungle so sparkly? Is it because it does not make sense that it's up here? Ancient forest. I guess enchanted jungle is different than ancient forest. You need to wait a turn on this. 52. You actually need more troops. Do one major animal summoning here. For extra piggies. Birds fighting stuff. Special location for an enchanted jungle. I think they do is cost 1 extra move point. Give more forests. Sparkly jungle. Obviously a vampire. Vampire jungle. Poor trees. Oh, these trees are going to do good though. Yeah, see, in the forest, those guys are absolute monsters. Which is kind of what I figured. This does not cost for fairy points, though. Like, I can't fairy path my way out of there. This is mostly plains, so I think we could probably just walk across this. Maybe take out some people en route. I'm gonna let you just plant, because I don't really have the herbs to do anything else with you right now. I mean, I don't know, man. Every tree they kill isn't really like a problem. Okay, there is a big army coming towards me here, so I'm gonna go mythic, major. Try to get my troop count back up a bit. Guess we'll go Hamlet and then down to that forest. And then you're going to go to this portal is what I said? I think the other guy was meant to go to this portal, but I guess it's going to be you now. Fighting that Hydra again. Probably want to kill that Hydra. With a real army. Just enchanted. Yeah, I guess it's just enchanted. Yeah, my poor animals are not doing so well. Ah, the coal mines. I said I thought these guys would go and take these coal mines back over, and they 100% are doing just that. Yeah. That coal mine? I don't know where this was. Farm. Yeah, you can see, man, there's a lot of forest shepherds around now. They took this iron mine. I guess we'll pick up these wolves. Why not add them to the army? $104, and we are less than that. Do you have any chimeras in this army? No, so I suppose I'm more concerned about getting those moose. Alright, apparently we're just getting a bunch of Leogryphs. Just sticking it up. Who wouldn't want to take that alluring vacation portal? I know, right? Ooh, what are you doing in this hamlet? Getting hit with stars. Those ghosts have also just been like roaming around killing deer for a very long time. I don't entirely know where they are. Nope. I don't entirely know where they are. Oh, they're invisible. Oh, well. I guess that would explain it. So, sorry. Let's grab you. You move into position. You're going to go move into position to take that portal next turn. I'm very excited for that. So, like, this is 104 units, but I'm also realizing, like, all of these contain, like, 10 additional units. Big Moose. Oh, Big Moose comes with 3 regular moose. I love that. More Leogryphs. More piggies. More piggies. Cool, man. Druids are fun. Oh, that's actually... oh, no. Maybe he was in a hamlet. I thought this guy was in a forest. But you can see that's a situation where... I think that was the hamlet they took from us last turn. So we just, like, marched a new tree back out there. Ooh, what the hell are these? Displacer beasts? And phase spiders? Where the hell did they all just come from? Cursed. Displaced unit seems to be at a slightly different location than it really is. Great protection from ranged attacks, especially if the attacker is really far back. Oh, I only saw them because of scouting. Stealth, I see. Oh, and this is the illusionist himself. This is his main army. Magic boost +1 teleports the entire army somewhere. Tome of the Afterlife. I have no idea if I could kill these guys. Obviously, I'm very interested in trying. We do have like a fair bit of trample here. Wonder if he used it to teleport here. Yeah, I think that's probably what happened, because he also teleported on top of this at one point, the Wood of Many Paths. I'm gonna try it. You gotta give it a shot, right? And again, I could fairy path up here, but I could also just walk. And I don't think it would take that long, because this is mostly plains, and frankly, having a bit of summer to build up our 500 herbs a month isn't the worst. I just noticed all these spider thickets have been reclaimed by spiders. We once owned all of these forests, and they have slowly just all been taken back. And so there's all these spiders constantly coming in from the north. And I don't have like a place to spawn armies up here, so it's kind of difficult to keep them all at bay. All right, here we go. Where'd you go, Isis? Skyplane? Oh. Oh. Well, that explains an incredible amount. That is literally just a portal across the map. Same plane teleporter. Interesting. Okay, here's the big fight. Actually shifts to a different plane, is much more special. Well, I mean, I guess we have the big mountain that shifts to the sky plane. Okay, Big Moose is doing good. I wish we could befriend these displacer beasts. Big Moose is also taking a lot of arrows, though. I'm not feeling particularly good about this right now. I think we might have just lost Turgis. Oh, man. This illusionist is business. Strong front line with the archers behind. Yeah. Well, it also... He's just putting my entire army to sleep over and over again. RIP, dudes. Wow, that is a huge army. This is good. This is our big trees ambushing in a forest. So they actually get their trees along with them. Every turn they awaken a new tree. Oh, this is exactly what these guys are meant to do. Well, that's tasty. I have a question. Will Turgis show back up as a recruitable character? Or is he just dead? Post keep. You need a hornblower. You also need a scout. And I'll give you some... I don't know, boar warriors? Or just warriors and slingers. Give you some more warriors. More warriors. Dead leaders stay dead. Only necromancers. There's some shenanigans about that. I guess planar generals? Okay. Well, that's pretty unfortunate. So I don't exactly have like a lot of troops going on right now. But I'm also going to be honest, I did not find my main character very good. In general. Oh, that's good. They're getting rid of some spiders. He's obviously going to take this citadel over here, which sucks, but... Losing a druid is still, like, tough. $55. I guess I could have attacked them, but... Spider tribes. Jungle. All these jungles are 2 squares. Yeah, they do better against those ghosts. That's why stuffing one leader full of rituals and spells is not the best of idea. Something about eggs and baskets. Understood. 2 versus 1 this time. I don't think it's going to matter. I think I accidentally ended my turn just now. Yeah, I was going to recruit more in that hut. No, it wouldn't have mattered. Man, that hut is really hard to hold. I mean, which does somewhat make sense. It is a hut. No action points left. All right, well, you're going to start summoning shepherds at least. I mean, I would like to find a jungle spot here. I got, like, we have all these beholders. We could set them out on their own armies. The only thing is I'm not certain that they can actually... Oof. Shikomi, ghost rending claws with ear shields. Hags of the underworld. Tengu weapon masters can spend shocks and sparks with storm magic. Oh yeah, dudes. I think we have to reinforce the castles that we have a lot better. I mean, we're pretty spread out right now, but like, I'm realizing like anybody could just absolutely run through these dudes. What are my gate situations? You have an iron gate at this city. You have wooden barricades. You have wooden barricades. You have enchanted gates. So this is the best city by far. The Academy of Higher Magic. It is also surrounded by my massive forests. I mean, so is this one. These two have got to be like my main fortresses, I think. All right, you're gonna go maybe there. No, that wasn't very good. Deserts. See, I don't want the Bakemono to own this. It's winter time. I want to see if I can summon a ghost moose. You know, I'll go legendary being. Ooh, what are you? A cockatrice. A strange crossbreed of a rooster and a wyvern. Petrifying gaze. Much deadlier than 2 or 3 ordinary beasts together. It will petrify any living being, or at least remotely living, just by looking at it. You don't want to fight this monster, and you probably don't want it fighting with you either, because it's not particular about where it looks. Great. It's time to petrify most of my armies every turn. Hope I'm not backseating too badly. No. I don't think so. AI doesn't cap economy. It's still smart enough to make big and good armies that players still need to keep up with. Game is diverse and apparently unbalanced, but overall rather balanced in what it does in a free-for-all. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think there's so many different crazy things that can happen in every army that it's hard not for the balance to get a little bit wonky. Wyverns. Leo grips. Yes! Okay, so you have 2 white moose now. Right? I mean, you do. Can I take forest shepherds in my army? I can. Not. Okay, maybe that's a good thing, though. Maybe that's a good thing. An oasis. Ooh, there's a trade point there. Kill off those wolves, and then we keep wandering. Special units do beach special. The shepherds of the forest, basically, they, in a range of 3 around them, they awaken trees and bushes, and then they just do that every single turn. Which is super good. Yeah, I gotta get this guy to summon a bunch of birds. And I gotta kill that Hydra. Ooh, this is a good one. So it's like, even though he has these mushrooms and all these other characters, basically, if we fight them, they die. I really want to know... A hero has arrived in one of our villages. Trayson. We got an unexpected hero with a map of Pandemonium. Grants almost perfect knowledge of an area on use. Inferno. The realm of demon lords, beings of godlike power. Here, sinners are tortured and forced to work with the endless mines and ashen fields. There are 4 regions in Inferno. One is the fiery realm, from which the entire plane has been named. On the opposite side of the plane lies Kokyatos, an icy realm where sinners are half buried in ice and snow, and between them lies the ashen fields of Pandemonium, where constant wage is warred between the Dukes of Hell. Here lies the capital of Belial, Lord of Corruption. The entire plane is surrounded by the abyss, dark chasms and caverns inhabited by sun-fearing demons, shades, and fiends of darkness. Somewhere in the perpetual darkness lies the dark abode of the archdevil Abaddon. Asmodeus, the Duke of Hell, the ruler of Inferno. Summon Succubus, Hell's Reign, Spirit Eye, Oblivion. It's a staff that does infernal magic and single target stun. Amulet contains enough souls to protect its wearer from harm and resurrect him should he fall in battle. It was created by the Duke of Hell himself. He's lost an eye. Other planar immortality, sense dead, fire resistance. Abaddon, but that's Asmodeus. Okay, so that is not the ruler of hell. So this is, I guess, probably where the snow is, down there. The Imp Tower. The District of Blasphemy, Sin, and Fraud. Infernal Capitolium. This guy basically came back from hell somehow and joined our party. Trayson cannot command units? What? A very important question is, where is the trees that got that spider amulet just then? Or that, not spider amulet, but it was a, do amulets and stuff show on the map? No, they don't. We had some forest shepherds get those kills. And he picked up like an amulet of shrooms. Dude, the shepherd armies are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I have no idea where that was. Unit list? Unit overview. Cool. I mean... All I can do is select 43 Wandering Forest Shepherds. I can't really determine which one has the gear. Well, you sweep. Can you attack 9 small spiders? Maybe I can have this guy just be like a spider hunter. And, you know, then hopefully I didn't just get him killed. Never said the game is perfect, just fun. The game itself rather janky, right? I don't mind. I mean, I like the idea that we have a forest shepherd wandering around somewhere with all that loot. I find that to be fun on its own right. All right, so here's all the kappas. Dude, I love this boar that summons demons. It's really funny. And I have 3 primal moose in this army. It's funny because we keep doing things like enslaving the kappas, but then there's so many like AoE effects going off as well that they still die anyway. We found a crown of command. Oh yeah, so this is really... Oh, well, that sucked. He killed them all, but then he died of poison. Somebody just attacked one of my bases. Well, he's doing pretty good. He's either keeping them asleep or turning them all into trees. They're all out of range of his actual attack. That's a hellish existence, dudes. Just perpetually as either a tree or a sleep. Simply having a defender will not dissuade them for eternity, yeah. Alright, let's wipe out those dudes. A lot of burning forests, and I wonder, are they burning down my forests? I think they might be. So this lived, but definitely I want to start building shepherds down here if that's the case. And sorry, you picked up a crown of command, leadership +1. Morale bonus to all units led by this character. That's really nice. Oh, and this is all desert down here, so I'm just going to try to spam a ton of crows, probably all next turn with him as well. Be really cool if they did not attack everything around them. Must have been an event. Might as well just grab that. Ooh, a scout, a floating eye. So the mountain stronghold, I am going to want some units in it, but I do kind of feel like maybe I should just use the Bakemono because they're really cheap. Messenger crows, messenger crows, messenger crows. Get me some scouting, boys. Stop attacking these tigers in the jungle, dudes. Cheap and 3 HP, sneeze at them and they die. I know, but, you know, they're not my front line. They are my archers. Here we go. Here's another tree ambush. These trees might get demons if this goes well. You know, for being in a forest, there was a surprising lack of trees in that area. Fishmen. See, this is exactly why we took the Bakemono. Those fishmen would have taken over that fortress. Dude, why are there all these tigers hunting all my birds? Since when have cats gone after birds? All these forests are burning, and I don't know if they'll come back to life. I don't seem to have... I'm actually, like, kind of shocked that there doesn't seem to be a ritual to, like, revive dead forests or to plant new forests. There's only for replacing shadow forests, which, you know, we did do that. Okay, Tiger, unfortunately you have to die because you keep eating all my troops. Ah, my birds. You're going to get there so you can start teleporting around. You're going to try summoning another round of messenger crows. I'm sitting on a ton of herbs right now. Birds after cats, seagulls. Have seen seagull attacks on local cats. Oh, I believe it, man. Seagulls are mean mother truckers. Is this a faction? Pendant of Luck. Oh, obviously I'm going to kill you just for that. That is the kingdom. Ionis, I guess. This is good. Okay, there's a couple of ghosts down there. A great boar, got that pendant of luck. Yeah, I love seeing these shepherds absolutely kick it. Poor moose. So you're going to go there and start teleporting around. Spider Tribe Village. I don't suppose that's where those spiders are coming from. I mean, this is all jungle, so I don't even know if there is an ancient forest here, but this is another forest fire. I'm concerned about this, because I don't know if I have any way to stop forest fires, and they're obviously very bad for me. How did these dwarves come back here and set up in this iron mine again? That is unbelievable. All right, we're teleporting there next turn, probably to there, and walking over to kill them. That's wild. They had a runesmith planter, but you never noticed? Unbelievable. What are these? Sea dogs. Ba, 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 ba. You know what, man? Call a primal being. What are you? Thunderer, the ram's-headed serpent. Among the legends of primordial beasts, none is stranger than the ram's-headed serpent. This beast, according to legend, was spawned when the worlds were young and Elysium was wild and inhabited by beasts. The statement also raises suspicion. Elysium is demonstrably wild as it is. The beasts are plentiful. To imagine a time when things were actually worse does not lend credibility to the legend at hand. The ram's-headed serpent supposedly guided the first men and taught them medicine. It's also regarded as a mediator between man and beasts. However, the beast has the head of a ram, the animal known neither for its brightness nor diplomatic skills, but rather for its tendency to butt gateposts, random trees, and passers-by. So we must ask ourselves why this strange monstrosity has been given such reverence in the druidic faith. While we can trace the beliefs of the thrice-horned boar to the druid's love of pork, there is no explanation for the beliefs surrounding the ram's-headed serpent. To the civilized mind, it is just plain silly. This is a druid, so I'm gonna let it be its own druid. Nope. It does not get special powers. So I guess it's just joining the gang. I was really hoping it would be like Isis. You only have 1 point right now. Summon some snakes, I guess. That being said, I could summon a lot more of these primal beings. We certainly have the capacity for it right now. Spells and rituals. You're right. You're right. Spells and rituals. So let's use some rituals. An Ent. Ent is slow. Screw it. Another Ent. Okay. And another white moose. Okay, well, I'll take the white moose for sure. The Ents I'm going to have to leave behind. Because otherwise we won't get anywhere. And then let's get our music back. I don't want these guys to just come down here and steal my oasis, which is what they're going for. Still trying to trade off all that iron, so... Might as well do some big recruitments. These fights still seem pretty good with this guy. Right, because he has all the warrior ward spells, which are handy dandy. I don't know where all these Bakemono are coming from right now. Yeah, you'll just start merching. Just start merching. So it feels as if I have gotten rid of most of the roaming armies here. So I'm going to grab an extra round of crows. And then maybe just head to that portal and east. Do you kind of want to go up there and start summoning some of those big guys? Tree boys. Oh, what are you? Ancient presence. This name was whispered in swamps in ancient times. Anyone hearing it would turn and run in terror. The power of the presence was that his name was enough to put terror in people. Now it's weak after a long sleep, but everyone still remembers its name. Adept spell scroll. Oh, that's pretty useful. Awakened mushroom. Cool. He's got no trees around to summon, so Christy, hello. Hope you're doing well. Wait until you go make lunch, maybe. See how I feel. All right, birds. I'm assuming you can fly over that desert without penalty. We're going to keep going this way. Right, he's dead. Keep forgetting we lost one of our main armies. This is the guy with Horn of Valor, local leadership, and magic spore. Summons blood fungus. But he is, like, severely wounded. Eventually, someone's going to kill him. But, you know, that's kind of just life. I never thought about this, but obviously all these spiders in the north keep also coming through here. This is where he is. He's up here, forest shepherding, trying to kill off all these spiders around the Dwarven city. Who, I didn't know that they could do this. Spiders make more spider thickets. I think, because I don't recall that being a spider thicket before. I'm almost certain it was not. All right, I'm done blowing all my money on troops for a while. Spider Queen exists. I did see a Spider Queen somewhere, so... I guess the Bakamono are in Falcon's Perch. Yeah, this isn't... When these guys get caught out without trees, they really don't do much. A hero! Cannot command units. Three dwarves. There's a graveyard here? He might be able to farm the graveyard for XP. It's hard to say at this point. Four forestmen of this iron mine. If this was a forest instead of a mine, boy, would they do some damage. I mean, considering the cost of those units are free, and they took that location for free, they're still doing really well. Here's the giant spider queen. Most important to kill the spider queen before it can spawn its offspring that is many times worse. The law says that any spider queen that is found must be eliminated as promptly as possible. Done. You know, I feel the same way about dwarves. Oh, here's another spider queen. Great. Well, thankfully the regen on that is absolutely nuts. So Dwarven ballistas. You have regeneration 5. Giant size, lost an eye. I like that this is a legendary creature who is on the front line. Whoa, that was Blizzard. Oh, you also have like Bark Skin, Command Beast, Poison Vine. I should probably give you Vine Arrow instead of Bark Skin. Or, yeah. This is a horrific army. And I think actually this guy, yeah, this guy is an Elder Druid now. I don't know what causes him to become that, but maybe it's just like becoming a level 3. Because he was a Druid's apprentice when we started. It is indeed the ritual level, okay. Alright, those guys got dunked. We got a Star Sapphire on Elixir of Health. Hamala the Dwarf Queen has been eliminated. We no longer have to deal with the Dowie. Now, if we can only get rid of these Bakemono. Steps in the right direction here. One unit drowned in the sea. That must have been a bird, probably. A Mound King. Oh, you're big. I don't know if my hero could beat that. He could beat those soulless, though. There's 246 dwarves here. Why did these guys just spawn in this iron mine? Did I just, like, not know about them? Oh, I just didn't know about this. The dwarf, the crow passed by. Well, we have this iron mine at least now. So I'm gonna go... You need to set us up some stuff. Debilitating wound. Sorry, you also got... What did you pick up? Elixir of Health. Heals a battle affliction when used. And a Star Sapphire, which gives you lower magic resistance, but void boost and lucky. This unit's luck evades approximately half the attacks made against it. Okay, well, for -1 magic resistance, I think that's okay. Considering you have 10 MR. That'll probably just heal. Finally, a sorceress. Dude, I have been waiting on units for so damn long here. Just waiting on a new character. So you have Silver Arcana level 2. You have Chain Lightning, Soul Slay, Guide Arrows, and Luck. Cool. And now you also have Lightning Bolt. I could give her all the units in that area. Though I don't know if that's worth it yet. Remember the Vergabret? I do remember the Vergabrets. Oh, you're fighting ghosts. That's either going to go really well or really bad. Really bad. Can't believe we keep losing those heroes. Initiate of the Metal Ore. Well, I want you as well then. Getting all these spellcasters showing up here. You have a Ring of Shadows as well? You are Metal Arcana. And you can level up for 150 magic. I guess I could pair these guys together and just pick up a bunch of, like, animals that are spawned. Yeah, like, there's 42 animals there. Yeah, there's huge chunks in this area. Maybe that's what I'll do, is put these two together. I don't want to rob like too many guys through here, but we'll rob some. All right, I'm not going to worry about this iron mine. 268 units with a bunch of dwarves aren't really of interest to me. Wandering around and finding other forests is, though. Also getting rid of these Bakemono, which I think is our next step. And then maybe riding that rainbow. Still playing the elf loving druids. We are, well, they don't really love elves, but, you know. The iron mine is a spawner while the Devala lives. Okay. Probably, we do not like the short folk. Does seem to be the vibe we're going with. 15 units. Ears and beers. Oh, well, I guess that's... Wouldn't mind ears and beers. Couple of boars. We'll pop over the mountain for a turn. This is all more jungle over here. Atari tribes. Atavi tribes. Right, we don't have any gold for recruitment anymore. Probably good and bad. They're having trouble taking that spot, but... yeah, it didn't do so well. Needs his trees. Needs his trees. So, those guys are there. Let's... Fairy path. Tatomaris, the hooded spirit. In every spring and every brook in the wild lands claimed by the druids and their bare-chested tribesmen, there can be found 3 small statues resembling hooded figures. The tribesmen claim that these figures are actually physical manifestations of the hooded spirit, an entity with 3 forms in a single form. The triple spirit supposedly protects the tribe and lands it from harm. Experiments have proven that this is false. Either their spirits are invisible, unable to interact with the world, or they don't exist. All settlements in the vicinity of the aforementioned statues have burned to the ground with equal ease. Only the one village, giving a praise to our Lord, was spared in a miracle, as our hearts were filled with unexpected mercy when prayers to the Lord were raised by the heathens. Druidism and forest magic. Ritual caster, amphibian, triple entity. When the 3 entities are separated, they have reduced magical power. So I can summon 3 of these guys and they get even better. Oh my god, that slaps. And, oh, you're an actual character. Unification? The 3 aspects of the hooded spirit unifies at the location of one of him, and the 3 become one. Do I need to have? No way. No way. No way. Hydromancy, druidism. Geomancy, druidism. Forest magic, druidism. I don't understand. Do they all have to cast it? They all unify at the location of one of him, and the 3 become one, and then splits into 3 of him again. So I just have 3 of these guys now? Divine Fist. Forest Guardians, Heart of the Forest, Forest Guardians, Wild Hunt, Messenger Crows. You just got major animal summoning. Summon mythic beasts. You have 3 sides that are now independent. Can I fuse them back into one? Because they weren't, like, fused right away. Don't know how their powers work while separate. Maybe I just have to, like, cast that next turn? Either way, like, I'm happy to have some more characters on the map. Seeing how much of, like, a major issue that's been for us. Oh, now this is interesting. Forest shepherds are fighting forest shepherds. And unfortunately, he got the big trees and we got the little trees. They're pretty good though, man, these forest shepherds. How we do against the big mushroom? Awesome. The big mushroom's been there for a while, so... You're not the only one summoning gods and godlike units. Yeah, I guess that's very true. I suppose that is the concern. Yeah, I guess we just stay... Unified now? Yeah, so it doesn't do anything if I cast it again. Well, I'm gonna keep them in probably the same squad. Especially if I have a bunch of mythic moose. And I can have them do these mass summonings. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. I don't want those tree men. I do want those pigs. So they can go after that other dude there. You guys are going to make your way to Falcon's Perch. You guys are going to make your way... Your job is to collect animals right now. Thin out some of these forests a bit. And your job is to find more ancient trees. Fortified Hoburg. At least some of our crows are doing work. Wonder if you can move one about and reunify as needed. Yeah, I guess you could, right? Like, you could use 2 of them. Yeah, you could use 2 of them. Send them out to, like, collect locations. And then if they die, just resummon them back. I don't know how I do here. Probably not great. How's the Bakemono? How do we do here, though? Well, you guys got enough to take that mountain stronghold. That's for darn tootin'. I got enough to take that. That's for darn tootin'. $12, $20, $42. Now you're a nice juicy army, and with room to get even juicier still. What is this? This is a very crazy gold mine. There are 4 units here: a Tartan Spirit, White Mages, and Bane Fire Archers. Tartarian Chains. The Tartarian spirit is the spirit of a dead titan, bound by the ashen earth of Hades and unbreakable chains. It will remain there forever. Fortunately, inventive necromancers have found the means to perform vicarious exhumations, freeing the dead titan from the binding earth of Hades and summoning the spirit to Elysium, where it will serve its new master. Having spent eternities buried in Tartarian soil, the spirits have become a powerful wielder of Stygian and chthonic magic. It still wields the chains binding it to Tartarus as a reminder that it is still a slave. Well, that's pretty badass. And then a couple of necromancers behind it. And like, what, a Bane Fire Archer. One time, the allegation summoning the Great Floof is untrue. I'm assuming this is probably a portal to Hades. Which means, obviously, I want to open it. But, you know. I'm not certain that's the right idea yet. Flame Tower. We got some options at that front. VM, hello. Well, arrive first. Elder Scrolls 6, GTA 6, or Agent calling a Wild Hunt? I'm scared of the Wild Hunt because I just don't know if it's going to be in our favor. But we definitely could summon one. And just see how they do. Honestly, they'd probably be pretty good for us. So maybe we'll summon one. Only one way to find out, live and learn. I mean, I guess that's true. Why don't we do that in the next episode? Because we're going to cut this video here. We'll see you back in that one.